Let's go.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Chargers. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Herbert going to go to the air right away. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on second down. Herbert. That's Isabella open on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
We just saw an example of what we talk about all the time when we meet with coaches. They want that hidden yardage to come to the front when they throw the football. Throw it, catch it, and then pick up more yardage after the catch.
On first down, Justin Herbert. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Herbert throwing again.
Well, I had what I wanted. And it was cover 2. That was cover 2. I seen it. But
and not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Got his man. It's Bo Melton.
wow, what the fuck?
Down at the 27. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Eckler will score. Touchdown, Chargers.
All right.
Well, they moved the
play some
ball down the
defense.
field through the air Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved him to the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well. His teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Mostert. And fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
An extra quarterback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. That's pulled in at the 32. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Give them 32 on the play.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there taken in by Smith. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
We watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert goes right back to Smith again. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that, a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you've got to do it the right way. Otherwise, that cloth's going to be on the ground.
Eluding the pressure right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Second down and goal. Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make the score 14-0. Touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
He's doing something. That shit fucking my damn
Across the
defense.
45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Tua to try again on second down. And going deep for Hill. This is intercepted. And the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now it's Herbert. That's caught, and it's Eckler again. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down. Here's Herbert. And the Dolphins rush.
Good to my check down again. He giving me the same.
Emmanuel Ogbah. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Down, knocked away and incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Waddle now to return it. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. Second and 11 now. Tua. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sebastian Joseph Day. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Obviously searching for the first touchdown in this game.
JC.
That quick 3 and out. That's
Come
not
on, baby.
at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
It's fielded at the 45. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. That ball complete to Isabella. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On 1st down, it's Herbert. It's caught. Smith. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Herbert now. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler. He scored
That was a tough pass.
through the air. And the
I thought that
Chargers
tested up.
continue to
Keep
show
going.
why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And now
That boy
going to
Gunn
risk
in
anything
chat.
here late in the half. He'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. After the sack on first down, Tua and going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline can talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's third and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now, because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this.
That's a good season.
Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
What the fuck?
That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Mike Gesicki, 29 yards. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown and kick. Charger drive about to get going. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got Smith here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. Again, Herbert toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22. Herbert operating from the red zone. He'll get this to Eckler. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise.
I didn't even see that.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Herbert back to the air. Defenders have intercepted.
Oh.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter. But that,
it just
not
blitzed.
The smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Tua now on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
In motion, Hill. On 2nd and 10, Tua.
Oh, I got a phone right there.
Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa.
Why is my freaking curl flat flipping?
And they get him down, but not before he
It makes
takes it
no
across
sense.
the 40-yard line. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill.
I'm in La La
And
Land.
they're brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And Wilson with it, complete.
This nigga just throwing anything, bro.
At the 28-yard line. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL.
I made one little mistake.
EA
Mercy.
Sports.
Ready.
On first down, Tagovailoa getting this out to the flat. Most
Good tackle.
and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
Let me get that.
And the ball is
There we go.
And picked up by
Let
the
me get my
Chargers.
turnover back.
He's at the 50. And he will take
Appreciate
this
it.
all the way down to the 38-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Why did he throw that inside, though, bro?
Turning point they need.
What?
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins.
That's supposed to be an outside lead pass, bro.
Game. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. To his throw here.
Oh, my God.
Gesicki. That's good. A completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be second down. Going to the air. Tagovailoa.
Come on. Thank you. Oh, my God. I'm going to read right there.
Intercepted for the 3rd time. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Throwing again on second down. Herbert. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That
Come
was well
on.
played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Here we go on fourth. Herbert. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as this defense, boy, a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on fourth down. Herbert throwing again. This is
Damn, I had
out
cheese
to
coming across the
Eckler.
middle.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage. Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert.
Looking Austin Eckler's way again. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Herbert now.
That square wide open. Dang, I need time, bro.
The 15-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now it's Herbert. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Okay, come on.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Good defense.
Jalen Phillips, his 2nd sack of the night. Now the Dolphins going to burn the 1st of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On play action, here's Tua. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Sebastian Joseph Day in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.